Okay, let me officially welcome you all to another one of our weekly opportunity meetings for pool funding. We do this every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're glad that you have chosen to spend your time here with us today or tonight, whatever the time might be for you. For me, it's in the morning. It's a little after 9:30 a.m. for me here. I'm all the way over on the other side of the planet for most of you, here in the Philippines. My wife's Filipino, so I choose to live here as a result of that. All right. Anyway, so as the founder and creator of Pool Funding, I'm happy to present our opportunity to you, answer your questions and all that. So before I get into a little bit deeper into our presentation, I've already showed you some of our marketing tools that we use to post your videos and things like that. Kind of, let you see that we got everything you need to be successful here with us at Pool Funding. And I'd say that we're leading the way in the Be Your Own Bank movement, and we're pretty excited about that. So, two-for-one opportunity. So let me go ahead and uh, give those of you that have invited guests to be with us today an opportunity to unmute and do a shout out or hello out to your people that have chosen to be here. Feel free to just unmute and just say hello to them, or your new people, either way. Guests or new people? Anybody? There's a lot of names I don't recognize here.
Good morning, Ace. Nola here.
Hello, Nola.
I'd like to welcome Robin that you met the other day on the Zoom. She's here with me today.
All right, good to see you again, Robin.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, she's sitting next to you there. Is she, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my video, but
Yeah, it's all right. Well, welcome. We're glad you're back with us, Robin.
Thank you.
Okay, so those are our girls in Australia, right? You guys are in Australia?
yes, we're currently up in Broome, so we're a little closer to you than when we're at home in Esperance in WA.
Ah, how about that? Okay. All right. So anybody else want to do a shout out? Okay. All right, good. I appreciate those of you that are members that do come and support these meetings that we do weekly. It's not our main way of sharing the opportunity. Mainly we do it one-on-one, but it's a nice supplement to what we're doing anyway. All right, so let me kind of break this down for you part by part, piece by piece, and let's start out with a little survey on the chat. So if you can find the chat in the menu, this will be a yes or a no, right? How many of you would like to double money monthly up to $1,500 per month? How many of you would like to double money monthly up to $1,500 monthly? That'd be a yes. If that's not really of an interest to you, but no. I like what Paul wrote. All right, good. Looks like everybody says yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. So let's start there for today. Like I said, it's kind of a two-for-one opportunity. We got two different websites we want to talk about today. So the website we'll start off with the this website here, which is our PMLcoin.app. This allows you to be the bank, and you can lend money and double your money. And we had a video that we played before the meeting. That video kind of explains how it works. But the bottom line is, as a lender, you are going to do microloans. Each loan is a unit of $50, and every loan pays back $100. So that's how you double money. And what's great about it, because we have a rebate for the borrower gets an interest-free loan. So basically, after 30 days after the loan is completed, they get a $50 rebate. So basically, makes it an interest-free loan for them. So the way it works is you go to the market, you buy some of our PML coin as a lender, and put $50 of it into the website. Okay, and then that'll create an offer. You can do one offer per day. Each of you can be a lender. You can do one offer per day. And then a borrower will be matched up in a first in, first out rotator or pipeline. So basically, as your turn comes up, a borrower will be matched up. They match up by making a $100 deposit using pool funding coins. You can see there the images of the coins there, the PFI, PFB, PFS, and PFG. Those are the coins that you can put up for deposit up to $100. And that will secure a $50 loan. Then the borrower immediately receives $50 of the PML coin, which they could immediately take to the market, sell it, and get cash when they can use that for whatever they want. Now, borrowers are allowed to borrow as many as 4 units per calendar month. So that means up to $200 of micro lending per borrower. And lenders are allowed to do up to one $50 loan per day. So there's 30 days. So that's, $1,500 in loans, which pays back $3,000 with a profit of $1,500, doubling your money. That's either going to be paid back in the PML coin or in our pool funding coins, depending on if the borrower actually repays the loan back or goes in default. If they go in default, then the lender keeps the pool funding coins that were set up as collateral. And there's a good chance, the way things go, that those pool funding coins are actually going to be worth more than $100 by the time 30 days have passed. So that's pretty exciting. So you really can't lose as a lender. Okay. And of course, we recognize there's a need for people to, have short-term, needs to meet their obligations that they might have. So pool funding is really a complete financial solution for everyone. And we have aspirations of being a very large organization globally. We already span the planet. We're already everywhere pretty much. We have thousands of active members within our community already. And we are looking forward to when that becomes millions of people very soon. We are really quite focused on the idea of creating cash flow. So today I'm going to talk to you about creating cash flow. Very, very exciting. And then that's all possible because of the wealth creation side of what we do. And right now you're catching us in a transitionary moment, a very special moment. So if you're brand new and coming on board with us at this time, you're catching us right inside of a transition where instead of something like, 3 times your money, 10 times your money, something like that, you're looking at something like 500 times your money, 1,000 times your money. How does that sound, guys? Who likes that? Who likes those numbers? 500 to 1,000 times your money on wealth creation. How's that sound?
Good. Amazing.
That sounds good.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So, I mean, even $1 goes a long ways. Imagine if you just put $1 to work and you ended up getting $500 as a result. That'd be good. Or even better, $1,000, right? So that's the power of 500 to 1,000. And quite frankly, you could put as much money to work as you want. If you want to put $10,000 to work, go for it. Whatever you want to do on the wealth creation side, certainly that's going to be possible. So you can take full advantage of that. So, of course, the lending side is going to create some cash flow for you, but it's limited to $1,500 a month. But we have a different way of securing cash flow that, really is unlimited. You could really be bringing in millions of dollars per year in cash flow, money that you could spend and use to live off of and, maybe enhance your lifestyle, right? And improve things for you financially. So let me show you another website here. What happens when you sign up for pool funding? You end up getting an account page kind of like this here. All right. Only these boxes where you see these numbers right here, they're all empty when you first get started. Okay, now we have currently 3 pools open. We have a total of 4 pools. 3 of the 4 are open now. So the $1, $10, and $100 pool are open now. Okay. And our giveaway is attached to those 3 pools. So the way this will work on your first week is you don't have to come up with any money per se to get started with these. You can join for free. And what will happen, you'll work together with our sponsor, your sponsor, and in the way our system works, you'll be given something called USDT so that you can purchase our pool funding coins. Okay. And you can do that here through the website. Now, the reason we do that is kind of like we want you to try it before you buy it. You kind of have like an experience of receiving something without having to pay for it. Makes it much easier when it comes to sharing the opportunity because you're not asking people to reach in their pocket to get started with pool funding. Instead, we're reaching in our system to provide funds to you so that you can enjoy some of the benefits of our system even before you pull any money out of your own pocket. And again, this doesn't take very much of your time as well. So as you can see here, this is the $100 pool. That in the way it works is you do like $100 a day. So obviously I've been doing this for 236 days, right? I've been sending in $100 every day for $236 for 236 days. Okay. And then that's created some holdings that are seasoning for 90 days. And the value of the holdings of mine is well over $3 million because of the transition we're in right now. Like I mentioned before, 500 to 1,000x, that's kind of what numbers look like. Okay. And then after 90 days, coins start to be distributed directly into your wallet. So they start to go right into your MetaMask wallet there. And and then at that point you are in control of those coins. Now we don't want you to take those coins to the market, the pool funding coins I'm talking about now. We don't want you to take the pool funding coins to the market and trade them off for something else or sell them off or whatever inside the market, because that will have a negative impact on the price of our coins. Instead, we want you to get used to the idea that you could borrow against those coins and then you wouldn't have to sell the coins. Therefore, you could use the coins as collateral, and that would have zero impact on the price of these coins in the market. And that is what we want, because we want the value of our pool funding coins to go up and up and up. Okay, we have from one price target to the next. And with full cooperation and collaboration from the members of our community, that's what will happen. Now, down the road, maybe a year from now, you'll be in a position, you could probably, we'll probably be connected with something like Aave or one of these other lending platforms where instead of micro loans, you could do massive loans. Like if you have $1 million worth of pool funding coin, maybe you could do $1 million loan using your coins as collateral, right? And this is why we want the value of our coins to go up and up and up. We don't want our members selling the coins, because we want to be able to present ourselves well to these platforms a year from now when we've matured a bit more, and we can show them that, we have stability and we have liquidity and we've got everything looking great on the inside of what we're doing, so that these platforms will accept us, so that we can then borrow millions of dollars against our coins. So I'm just telling you that up front. We don't want you to be traders of our coins. We just want you to, to accumulate the coins as much as you want. On the website, you can accumulate them. Each pool, you can accumulate that much per day: $1, $10, $100, and when we open up the $1,000 pool, $1,000 on that one per day. And the way our giveaway works is you're going to have 7 days to receive $111 of USDT, which is basically the equivalent of the paper US dollar, but it's digital. And it is 100% backed by the US dollar. So you don't have to worry about the value there. Solid. And we didn't create the USDT coin. That is a third party to us, but they've been around a long time, and probably the most popular digital currency in the world right now is the USDT coin. So we're going to give you $111 of the USDT coin. we're going to have you use that to make payments in the 3 different pools that you see here. Okay. And then you'll start accumulating these holdings right here. They'll start showing up there. So $100 every day in the $100 pool, $10 a day in the $10 pool, and so on, right? And and then if you love the $777 giveaway, then we'd encourage you to take advantage of our next giveaway, which is a $3,000 a month giveaway. How's that sound, guys? That's a big deal, right? $3,000 a month. Imagine that. So I just have a quick little image for that here. Show it here. She says, wow, $3,000 a month. That's a lot of money. Yes, it is. And we do it as a giveaway. So our system is built to empower you as the individual, give you gain and opportunity and ways to create cash flow, wealth creation, everything in one giant ball of wax. Okay. So in order to qualify to get the $3,000 a month giveaway, you got to bring in at least one person. And ideally you get that done in your first week while we're inside of the $777 giveaway. Okay. That's when we want you to get that first person. And all you got to do is invite them into a giveaway, right? You're not inviting someone to spend money, you're inviting someone to receive money, right? Should be pretty straightforward and easy, and we should grow pretty fast as a result. Like I said, we want to go from thousands of members to millions of us. All right, so basically, our opportunity in the pools is something that you can kind of grow and save and scale your way up to the top pool, which is $1,000. So picture this. What if you had 4 referrals? Okay. Now, with our 4 referrals, you're going to be sending in $1,000 a day. And who's that go to? Well, that's going to go 100% to your sponsor. Bring up another poster here. The 100% commission poster. Okay. So this is all based on 100% commission, guys. So when you make a payment using our website, 100% of that USDT that is being paid goes to your sponsor. Okay. The person that invited you and brought you into pool funding. So in the case of this $1,000 pool that we're looking at here, if you had 4 people doing that, well, then you would need to send 1,000 of that 4,000 off to your sponsor using our website. Okay. And then you'll be able to keep the $3,000 in USDT. Again, this is all like paper money. One USDT coin is equal to 1 US paper dollar, and it's easily convertible back to paper. And you can use it to pay your bills and live a good life. But imagine if you had $3,000 of daily positive cash flow coming in. How would that change your life? Well, do the math. 3,000 times 30 days is 90,000 per month times 12 months. That's over $1 million a year in positive cash flow. $1 million a year. It would only take 4 referrals to make that happen. So our system works. And we haven't opened up the $1,000 pool yet, but that's coming soon. But we do have a coin already set for it. It's our PFG coin, which is the gold coin. And so that's been doing quite well. In fact, I think the value of that coin right now, if we go look at it, I think it's over $100,000 per coin right now. Let's take a look here. PFG. Yeah, currently over $100,000 per coin right now. We've had an all-time high recently of $3.4 million per coin. So yeah, yes, these coins, they go up and down in value, but we're trying to make it so they only go up. We're trying to encourage people not to sell. And obviously we have, we're, like I said, in a transition. So we're shaking out the sellers, and we're going to just stick with the people who are committed to not selling and make sure that they enjoy the full value of what it's like to have our coins. So we want the new people to realize when they come in, pool funding coins are not meant to be sold. They're meant to be, just be held for the long term, and it creates wealth. It gives you something that's an asset, that would allow you to borrow against
Is
it.
your microphone cut out?
Oh, is it better now? All right, sorry, got like an ant or something over here. Is
There we go.
that better? Okay.
That's good.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, we've got the whole gamut covered. Way to double your money immediately through our lending platform. A way to create cash flow by selling coins that you never had to buy in the first place. See, we take you in kind of like as an owner, if you will. We call it a co-founder. We want to take you in as a co-founder. We have a stockpile of coins that are already created. And using our website, you don't have to buy those coins first before you can sell them to your referrals. No, you just use our website, sell the coins to your referrals without ever having to buy them in the first place, and get 100% commission as though you own them, right? So because you do as a co-founder, it's like a shared stockpile for all of us. And that's what we're doing here. We're making it like an even playing field for everyone, right? A place where we can all be at the same place, and then we can, in the opportunity, it's got unlimited potential. You can go anywhere you want with this opportunity. And yeah, you're not limited to 4 referrals. You can get as many referrals as you want. You can have 10 referrals, 100 referrals, whatever works. It's fine. And each referral is, as they plug into our system, they're participating on a daily basis, creating ever increasing daily cash flow for you. It only takes 1 referral to break even. And starting with your second referral, you're getting cash flow. Okay. So that's what's great about our system and 100% commission structure. All right. Did I leave anything out, Hunter? Am I missing any important points?
Nothing I can think of.
I think I did a pretty good job again. So I know if you're brand new taking a look at this, you're probably, just your head is exploding. Probably, holy cow, what? I can double money. I can 500x and 1000x. Like what? It might just seem a bit unreal, but we can all tell you that that's what's been, any member here that's been with us for a while, they can tell you that this is just how it goes here in pool funding. We are an exceptional opportunity. And I don't think you're going to find a better opportunity in the world. You're certainly not going to find an opportunity with just, with these kind of giveaways, right? They're going to give away 777 to get you started, $3,000 a month just for 1 referral, right? Monthly, right? And then, of course, you can expand from there. That one allows you to break even, and then from there you can bring in more referrals and create daily cash flow, which could help you pay your bills and then also even with more cash flow and scaling your way up through our pools, get to the point where you have enough cash flow to actually maybe improve your lifestyle, maybe change it from what it is to something that you would prefer it to be, right? Maybe you want to travel more. I know when I became a millionaire for the first time, that's when that dream came alive for me. I became a world traveler. My passport's been stamped up so much, I had to get a new one, even early. So, it's a beautiful thing to have plenty of money and plenty of time to enjoy that money. And pool funding is designed to give each of you as individuals that offer and that opportunity to have the life of your dream. And it's not something it's free all the way where you're going to do nothing and get paid a lot. No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is that we have a system. The system does work, but you need to work the system. So there's some work involved and there's some effort and there's some study. In fact, I encourage people to spend at least 5 hours a week just on training. Okay. If you put 5 hours a week into training inside of pool funding, I think we can get you to millionaire status in less than a year. Okay. If you dedicate that to training. And so we offer 2 live trainings every week on Mondays and Thursdays. And then we also have this meeting as well, which in a sort of a way, it can be, kind of considered training as well, because we're showing you how to present our opportunity, right, to people by coming here to a live presentation like this. And we're always improving and getting better, and our marketing tools are getting better. And we're actually attracting, even more, I don't know, we'll just call them interesting people, people, as we go, people of means are starting to take a closer look at what we're doing. Maybe at first we were attracting a lot of people that had a lot of need, but now we're attracting people that have some means. And so they want to take money and double it. They want to take money if they can get 500 times or 1,000 times. They want to get that. They want that to happen too, only on a larger scale. So yeah, we're really excited about this time right now that we're in. And if you were invited to take a look at us today, you should definitely thank the person that invited you to be here, because they really have invited you into a pretty sweet deal. If I don't mind, if you don't mind me saying so, myself. All right. So what I'd like to do is give one or two people that have been members with us some time to speak. You know, there's a member that's been with us for a while. His name's Richard, and he's out of New Zealand. I don't know if he's available, but sometimes he's in a noisy area. I don't know if that's the case today, but love to hear from you, Richard. What do you think about pool funding? You've been in for how long, and what's your experience been like? He may not be in a good area. I don't know.
There we go. I was just trying to, through Zoom, sometimes I come in through one or two or three different portals, and today I just found myself on this one. So anyway, I landed here at the right time, right place.
Well, you
You know,
sound you sound great. I can hear
it's
you
an
clearly now. Yeah. So
fantastic. Look, I just want to thank you above everything else. I mean, the work you do and the brilliance of the concept here and your application and the people that you have attracted to work around you. You've got I mean, I say we because it really is a community, isn't it? And
yeah, an even
the
playing
I
field for
the
all of
con
us. Yeah.
yeah, the concept of extending horizontal velocity of money in terms of economics is a wonderful idea. And what you're doing is enabling you, because it's a win-win-win situation, you seem to be making money out of it's like free money in a way. It's but
Well,
because of the
let's touch
way,
on that.
yeah,
Let's talk about that right there, because what people don't realize about cryptocurrency, anybody can create a coin. Richard, you could create the Richard coin, you know? You know? So, that or you can call it the rich coin, RICH for rich. Okay, it could be the rich
yeah,
coin.
That's good.
A hunter could create the hunt coin, anybody can create a coin. All you need is internet access and a little tiny bit of know-how, or a programmer. I have a programmer. So, um, but yeah, you can learn how to create a coin on YouTube. Okay. And you could create, small amount of coin or big amount of coin, like our lending platform. We got 1 billion coins there, Richard. And our market cap on that right now today, at this moment, is over $45 trillion right now, and it's only 1 day old. you know, created
that's
in a single
amazing.
day,
Thought it was a big.
$45 trillion created in a single day. Where's all the money? It was created just now, right? But how's that any different than the Federal Reserve, Richard? Where does the money come from that they create? Just out of thin air. It's kind of the nature of it, if you think about it. Where does money come from? Out of thin air. And it's just interesting that we're, society has accepted the idea, oh, we're going to pay taxes on this thing that's created out of thin air. Oh, we're going to pay interest on this thing that's created out of thin air, and all these other things, which I don't necessarily agree with, you know. But pool funding, we're showing that we don't need to charge taxes and we don't need to charge interest in order for people to come out and enjoy the creation that we have done. So I'm glad you bring that up, because where does the money actually come from? Well, at the end of the day, it comes from an agreement. If you actually want to know what is money, it's a medium of exchange, which means we have an agreement that we're going to use this as a way to, as a medium to do exchanges. I mean, at one point we used to collect seashells on the seashore and use that as a medium of exchange. Long time ago, right, Richard?
Yeah, um, it's an amazing thing. I just love the way that this is being structured, and we are working to help one another as well as helping ourselves. By helping ourselves, we're helping others, and in helping others, that energy is helping us grow as well. So it's not only creation of wealth, but it's actually distribution of wealth in very practical terms. And I love the way what has been done. I've been involved for about less than a year, but what I've seen in the way this idea, this concept has resolved or resolving itself and developing is that not only is there wealth creation, but there's wealth distribution. And you're being able now with the lending, micro lending platform, you're going to be able, or we are going to be able to lend and to borrow to help one another through sometimes short term difficult cycles, but also it's yet another way of being able to leverage the money. And so it's a win, it's literally a win win win. So, yeah, just simply, and just to close, I just wanted to say, welcome to all the New Zealanders who have been recently joining, which is fantastic to see, as well as our Australian friends as well. We're very close, and it's wonderful to see the growth of this idea in this part of the world.
That could over here. I can talk about a little bit more, but that you can if you need.
Sorry about that,
Well,
Richard.
yeah.
Go ahead. It was
So what I'm saying is just welcome to everyone, and this is a perfect time to be joining, as as you're saying, Ace, and I'm just so grateful to be here now. So thank you.
So, Richard, when you're looking at the pool funding website like this, and you go to yours, and you're looking at these numbers here in the holdings and distributed area, yeah, especially in that $100 pool, right? Pretty exciting numbers, aren't they?
It's just amazing how I've been. I suppose we were out of the $100 pool for about a month or so, myself and my referrals, but we've still managed to achieve just I think we're about 190 days or so.
Mm.
But if I look at the amount in the PFS holdings and the distribution there, it's just astonishing. And one of my referrals the other day just said he just couldn't quite believe how how this had happened. And it's the power of accumulation consistently, and then working with that 90-day seasoning, and then just the growth in the value of the whole concept. So we're all very excited.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting for sure. So thank you, Richard, for your input. I appreciate that. You're well spoken, and it's always great to
Thank
hear
you.
from you.
Thank you.
I'd like to reach out to the UK now. We have a superhero over there, Paul Thompson. He might be texting on his phone, or he's got his head down. I'm not sure if he can hear me or not, but I see him on the video there. Hello, Paul. Can you hear us? He might be. Looks like he's multitasking. Okay. How about I reach out to Scott out of Thailand. Hey, Scott, are you in a good place you could talk?
Yep, sure.
All right. Well, Scott, you come from a semi-retired situation. You're used to teach English or something like that, right? In Thailand,
Right, yes.
so, expat,
In four
English
different
teacher.
countries, actually.
How many countries?
Four. I was
Oh.
in, I came to Thailand, then Cambodia, Philippines, and Vietnam, and come back to Thailand.
All right, very good. And so, you're in pool funding how long now? Has it been?
It was August last year.
August of
So
last
coming
year.
up to a year.
So
Yeah.
it's been a roller coaster ride, hasn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we've actually we've had quite a few ups and downs because the formation process of putting something together it doesn't always, come out of the box ready to go. Like you can't, it's like giving birth to a baby. You don't expect it to go and, start getting a job or something like that and bringing in money to the house on its first day or whatever, or even in its first year. But pool funding has come a long way since you've been involved, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's been two or three major upgrades during that time. Yeah.
And what do you find yourself most excited about right now?
Oh, I suppose um, becoming a millionaire in a year's time.
There you go. Hey, that's something to be excited about. And the reality of that, it might, for some people hearing that, they might think that just sounds outlandish. But with all the leverage we built into the system, it's more than possible. And we actually do training on how to make it happen. And what do you think about our training, Scott?
Yeah, training's excellent. Obviously, at the moment, because the numbers aren't great or huge amount, we're getting all the training direct from the owner founder himself, yourself.
There you go.
So obviously that's ideal for most people, and it's not something that you can expect to see or hear about in most other opportunities. Really, it's very rare that you get the owner, doing and appearing on a regular basis, and also being available for personal calls, one-to-one on Telegram. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of an exchange of learning. So as I teach, I'm also learning, right? Because I'm learning, where people are, what they're thinking. Because honestly, when you become a millionaire, the way that you think changes a lot over a number of years of being a millionaire. So first year you're a certain way, and the second year, third way. I'm well in over a decade having been a millionaire, and the way I look at the world is so different that it's almost unrelatable, right? So I really need to learn how to relate and how to create messaging for our marketing and all that can be relatable. So that's why I'm so engaged at this time, because I'm learning from each of you what actually clicks, what actually, makes sense, because if I talk in a certain way, maybe it wouldn't make sense to you because I'm already kind of looking at things at a higher level. So I do want to find a way that a common person could understand our opportunity and realize that leverage has always been the key in order to both create wealth and a better life. And cash flow can come out of that. So cash flow is really the most important thing, because what good is wealth if you're miserable and broke all the time? You know what I'm saying? So if you have there are plenty of millionaires, by the way, that on paper they're very wealthy. Okay, they have a lot of properties or whatever, but they're cash poor, you know, and they don't have much cash flow because the things that their wealth is tied into is using the money that comes through it for it, right? And it's not benefiting the owner of it so much. That so I tell you, it's much better to be a cash flow millionaire. Okay. And what's great is a cash flowing $1 million a year. And pool funding specifically is designed to make that a reality with just 4 recruits. You only need 4 solid, teachable recruits that will work with you step by step and get up to that $1,000 pool with you. As you climb up and scale up into it, they climb up and scale up there with you. And that's all it takes to be a millionaire in cash flow. Cash flowing $90,000 a month, spendable money that you could use for whatever you wanted to use it for, even if it's just to give away or to just blow it. It's up. Everybody's going to do what they're going to do when it comes to money in hand, right? When it's pure cash flow. But the great thing about our coin values and all that, and holding on to these coins, that long-term wealth creation, that sets you up for down the road when the banks and the other platforms that we could work with that would be willing to take our coins as collateral, okay? And then we can do $1 million deals, $1 deals, large, who knows, maybe one day $1 billion deal using pool funding coins. Anything's possible here. So all of that is, part of the package that we have here, but people may not realize that they can climb into it quite easily because we don't take a lot of your time and we don't really need a lot of your money to get started. In fact, we'll get you started for free. We'll give you money to start with instead of you paying. And then from there, you'll come in with whatever resources you have, and then we can help you know leverage those so that they're multiplied as well. So thank you, Scott, for your input. I appreciate that. Do we have anybody new
Okay,
here
no problem.
that would like to ask a question? Several of you are new, so if you have a burning question, don't be shy. Maybe the same thing you're thinking is a lot of other people might be thinking the same thing and just wanting someone to ask for them. And if you're really shy, you can go to the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now, and you could just write your question out if you have any questions while I'm here. So this is kind of the Q&A part of what we're doing. So I know I covered a lot, and this is recorded so you can watch it again. So I'm not seeing anything pop up in the chat. You can unmute if you have a question. Okay, I did it again, Hunter. I guess I covered all the ground so well that people just don't have any questions. So
Yep, did it again. Did it again.
that's not a bad thing. Anyway, you could literally use this recording as a tool to share the opportunity with people because it's all been said here. And you don't have to be a salesperson or you don't have to be a recruiter. Just get people to listen, you know, to material on YouTube because that works. We can start them on a 1-minute video and then move them into a 2-minute video. And if they're still excited about learning more, they could throw a video like this, which might be 45 minutes in front of them and say, watch this. Okay, this is the cake. You've had the cherry, you've had the icing. Now for the cake. Listen to this. This is the guy who created pool funding and all this and the 2-for-1 opportunity. So yeah, you can listen to what he has to say. And if you want to join, you can get joined today. It only takes a minute to join. In fact, here's what it looks like to join us, okay? This is what the experience is like to join us right now. Let's see here. Okay, right here is referral link, right? You have a referral link. You just click on the little clipboard right there at the end of the referral link. That'll copy it. You can send that to them in a message, right? Or an email. When they click on it, they're going to come here. And what do you see? Hey, that looks familiar. And then you got, the video here, right? So the little 1-minute video at the bottom, the poster at the top. Man, it's all done in one page for you already. And they can click join now. And then they have choices. They can join with Google, Facebook. If they have an Apple product, they can use Apple to join, or they can put their email address in. If they have a MetaMask, they can use that already. If they have a different wallet, we have, I think, over 60 different wallets to choose from. So if they have a different wallet, they can use their existing wallet, whatever that might be, and connect to our website in just a matter of a click. And they'd show up as a referral, which it'll show up as a sign up. So right here, signups. So they come in as signups like that. Okay. And then once they completed their profile and they've made their first payment, then they officially become a referral at that time. Okay. So they go from a sign up to a referral. All right, and that's about it today, guys. I think we've covered it all. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate all of you for being here, especially those that show up every time we do Zoom. Hey, I'm paying attention. I am taking note of those of you that show up again and again and again. Look at it like this, guys. The more you show up, the more I want to meet you in person. How's that sound, guys? All right. So
The feeling is mutual.
So once you
Yeah.
guys to show me that you're that kind of person that shows up, that's something I can believe in. I can believe in someone that shows up. I can really believe in that. So if you want me to believe in you all the way,
Sound like you do.
just keep showing up, and that's what I'll do. And I'm kind of I got travel plans in the works, so I might be traveling here in August. So finally, again. So we'll see. I'm just trying to work out a couple of little things, and if it goes according to my plan, I won't be in the Philippines part of August. I'll be somewhere else, and so, and then that'll begin my trips around the world to go meet all of you who keep showing up. All right. So thank you for showing up. All right. So we'll let everybody unmute now, and you can all say bye for now. See you next time.
Bye for now. See you next
Bye
time.
for now. See you
Bye-bye.
next
For
time.
See you next time.
For now.